It's time to light the fuse.
It's time to light a fire. Really wanting light fire. Yeah. Right, rearranging, we're bringing the heat. Burning rubber and mics, got you up out your seat. Live on the track or the digital stream. We don't chase views, we chase dreams. From the dirt to the asphalt, throttle stays wide. Every lap we broadcast, it's a hell of a ride. Yeah, Facebook Live and that YouTube screen. Tune in now, it's a high octane scene. Oh, tires spinning, fans grinning. Right, rear's live, and we ain't quitting. Right, rear racing. We ain't playing. Start your engines, we ain't chose high. Right, rear racing. We ain't playing. Start your engines, it's your side.
Strap in and fire it up. It's time to light the fuse.
It's time to light a fire. Really wanting light fire. Yeah. Right, rearranging, we're bringing the heat. Burning rubber and mics, got you up out your seat. Live on the track or the digital stream. We don't chase views, we chase dreams. From the dirt to the asphalt, throttle stays wide. Every lap we broadcast, it's a hell of a ride. Yeah, Facebook Live and that YouTube screen. Tune in now, it's a high octane scene. Oh, tires spinning, fans grinning. Right, rear's live, and we ain't quitting. Right, rear racing. We ain't playing. Start your engines, we ain't chose high. Right, rear racing. We ain't playing. Start your engines, it's your side.
weapon, fire it up. It's time to light the fuse.
It's time to light a fuse. Really want it like fire. Yeah. Right, rearranging, we're bringing the heat. Burning rubber and mics, got you up out your seat. Like live on the track or the digital stream. We don't chase views, we chase dreams. From the dirt to the asphalt, throttle stays wide. Every lap we broadcast, it's a hell of a ride. Yeah, Facebook Live and that YouTube screen. Tune in now, it's a high octane scene. Oh, tires spinning, fans grinning. Right rear's live, and we ain't quitting. Right rear racing, we ain't playing. Start your engines, we ain't chose Right rear racing, we ain't playing. Start your engines, it's show time.
And welcome back to Right Rear Racing. As tonight we bring you week number 3 of your FASTuary series with the two fat guys Sim Racing Promotions. As these drivers are out there now trying to break in this track, getting it racing. Trying to get the overlay working again. It was working right before this. Again, everything was messed up from whenever I went live with myself. Clicking the wrong buttons over here, but we'll get it figured out real quick. SDK overlays are not working right now. I'm going to shut down my overlays bill and make it to see if it's going to work here. But these drivers are trying to break this track in, getting it ready for tonight's racing action for 40 laps for your main event. And the overlays are not working. Yes, they working now. You see that we have roughly about 5 more minutes left of the practice session with the 95 of Shea Miller there on your screen now. He's going to be your quick time so far for the practice session, running at 13:27. Try to find someone else out there on the track. That's going to be the 68 of Lane Riley, Ian Lindell in that 55 machine with the 97 of Tyler Lacey. It looks like we're going to have, so far we have 25 drivers making the call here tonight for week number 3 action with the FASTuary Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions. And we do have week number 4 next week as well, and that's going to conclude your series with the 358s here for your FASTuary series with Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions. If you're interested in running the small car shootout at Huset's on Sunday in a Legend, go ahead and go to tfgracing.com and register today. It's still not too late, and you can catch that action live right here on Right Rear Racing. Again, that's going to start at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern on Sunday the 22nd. And as for me with Right Rear Racing, we will be going live again tomorrow with your Micro Sprint Hub Racing League as they take on Kern in the non-wing Micro Outlaws. As these drivers do try to break in the track just a little bit more, I'm going to give you that video once again that was on the open screen. And as we wrap up our practice session here tonight, it's going to be Shea Miller, your hot lap hero right now in that 95 machine, running a 13:27 as time winds down here for your practice session. The track's looking like it's going to be racy. We're going to have a top side and a bottom side here at Lanier in Georgia this week. And thank you, Dirt Crowd, for giving the video or the live a like there. And as we did play that video for a quick commercial break, we do have 27 drivers making the call here tonight, and I believe only 24 will be making the main event. And your drivers that have been finishing 1 and 2 are not going to make the call here tonight. As your practice session is over with, we're going to go straight into heat race number 1 action. And starting on the pole is going to be Tyler Lacey in that 97 machine. On his outside is going to be Chase in the 14. Row number 2 is going to be the 35 of Joshua Parks. And on his outside is going to be Jonathan in the 21. In row 3 has Parker McDougall in the 127. On his outside is going to be Cody Doyle in the 11 machine. Ed Hatch in the 50 machine is going to be inside row number 4 with Shea Miller in the 95 on his outside. Carson Cherry in the 226 is going to be inside row number 5 with Jack Seriton on his outside in the 1 machine. Looks like we do have some drivers that did not make the call. That's going to be the 35, the 21, and the 50, as all those drivers that were behind them are going to move up to the respective positions, as we do only have 7 drivers making the call for heat race number 1 action here. And they're getting the rolled up green flag this time around. Making 8 laps here for heat race number 1 action. It sounds like we do have Andrew Regal on the mic tonight for your race control, talking to these drivers as they just got the rolled up green flag. Now they're going down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tyler Lacey and Chase on his outside going to start us there, as Tyler Lacey's going to hit that loud pedal and get us underway in heat race number 1 action here for week number 3. The 127 Parker McDougal, he's going to try to run that bottom side of the 226 of Carson Cherry. Is going to be right there. We have a battle for second on your screen with the 14. We're on the outside. That's going to be Chase trying to get that outside going, trying to get third, back away from Carson Cherry. Carson's going to be down there right on the bumper of Parker McDougal as they work their way through 1 and 2. Coming down the back straightaway, the 14 machine's going to be on the outside. The 226 of Carson Cherry is running that bottom side. They're going to be side by side coming off turn number 4, and the 226 of Carson Cherry is going to take over third. He's going to be right there with the 127 trying to get that bottom side going off of turn 2 once again. And Tyler Lacey has led it since the drop of the green. He's been liking it, as these 2 drivers right here on your screen, the 127 and the 226, have been battling since the drop of the green. We do have a slight contact there on the front straightaway, but that's not going to hinder them any, as Parker McDougal is going to maintain the 2nd position. And Carson Cherry sitting in 3rd. And 4th, we do have Shea Miller, who is your quick time in hot laps, as he's moved up 4 spots, moved up into the 4th position. Carson Cherry is going to try to diamond off there in 1 and 2, trying to make that pass on the bottom once again on Parker, as they just received the cross flags, as we do have 5 laps in the books here. It's Tyler Lacey since the drop of the green. Can Carson Cherry get that bottom side working in 1-2? He's getting a little slight run there off of turn 2. We're going to go side by side going into turn number 3 as they work their way through 3 and 4. Side by side, slight contact, and off of 4. Give second to 226 of Carson Cherry. They straightened out a little bit. The 127 Parker McDougal is going to push up high. Shea Miller's going to be right there looking on the bottom side, trying to get 3rd away. We do have 3 cars battling it out for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as they work their way off of turn 4. We're getting the white flag. Can the 95 of Shea Miller make the pass on the 127 and the 226 as they work their way off of turn 2 down the back straightaway one last time here in heat race number 1. And the 127 is going to spin out right there in front of Shea Miller. That's going to allow Jack Seriton to move up into the 3rd position. Again, that was Tyler Lacey that took the green, or take the checkered, followed by Carson Cherry, Jack Seriton, Cody Doyle, and Parker McDougal for your top 5. And we're going to have to show those just a little bit later. And starting on pole is going to be the 113 of Eric Gallons. On his outside is going to be Clay Wood in the 87. Inside row number 2 is going to be Kobe in the 714. On his outside is going to be Bradley Boyer in the 93. Brandon Barnes in the 23 machine. He's going to be on inside row number 3 with Jamie on his outside in the 25. Zach Edwards in the 22 is going to be inside row number 4 with Nolan on his outside in the 18 machine. And the 113 of Eric has elected to go to the back of the road, or back of the field here, and that's going to allow Clay Wood in that 87 machine to be on the pole, and on his outside it's going to be Colby in the 714. As they work their way off of turn 4, they're getting the road up green flag. We're set to go underway next time around in heat race number 2 action here. Again, for FASTuary week number 3 with 2 Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions. As they work their way off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Waiting for that pace truck to dive off there in turn number 4. And the pace truck's going to dive off, and Clay going to bobble up just a little bit, and we do have contact and spinning around. And I believe this one's going to be called back here, but we're going to stay under green once for right now, as Kobe in that 714 is going to get a good jump and maintain the lead. Clay and the yellow flag has came out. As we go take a look at the 93 of Bradley Boyer here, as he's trying to go down, you see the contact between the front two drivers, the 87 and the 714. The 23 had nowhere to go, and that the 22 bumped him around, but we're going to have a complete restart here. As they come off turn 4, they're getting the rolled up green flag. We're set to go back underway next time around, see if we can get a clean start here on this new restart. And we're going to try again here as Clay and the Kobe go into turn 3 here. The pace truck's going to dive off. This 87 is going to hit that live pedal. The 714 is going to be right there. The 714 is going to get a slight advantage going into turn number 1. As we're going to be 3 wide there for second. That's going to be Barnes on these outside, and the 93 of Bradley got that bottom side coming as he's rocking it off turn 2 down the back straightaway. He's moved up into your second position. We're going to go back to third as Clay Wood in the 87 machine. He's trying to work that bottom. The 23 of Brandon's trying to work the outside as they come off turn 2 down the back straightaway. The 23 is going to make contact with the outside wall, and the 22 is going to make it 3 wide there momentarily, and he thought different of it as he got sideways going into turn number 3. The 714 of Kobe's been leading it since the drop of the green here. Bradley in that 93 machine, he's skyrocketed out of nowhere, out of that turn. Wood in that 87 machine is running third, trying to hold off the 23 of Brandon Barnes, as Barnes trying to look inside. We're going to have a slight contact between the two as they work into 1 and 2, coming off turn 2 there. The 87 is going to be on the outside wall. The 23 of Brandon Barnes is going to be right there, move up and throw a slide job and get into your third position, as we do have slight contact there with Clay Woods. Here comes Jamie in that 25 machine, as he likes seeing that with those two drivers making contact. He's trying to reel in, make the pass here, and reel in Bradley Boyer. As they come off turn 4, they're getting pop 6 with 2 laps remaining here in heat race number 2. The battle on your screens for third, as there's a slide job with contact between the 25 and the 23 as they work their way up turn 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes the 23 of Brandon Barnes. He's looking to throw another one back at him as they do have contact in 3 and 4. Kobe got that white flag. We're going to keep eyes here on third position as we do have a 4-car battle. Jamie in that 25 machine is going to pull off, and we're going to go back up to the front as Kobe's taking the checkered flag here in heat race number 2. Bradley Boyer in second. Jamie in the 25 is going to finish third. Brandon Barnes in 4th. Nolan in the 18 machine is going to finish 5th. And Clay Woods 6th. Zach Edwards 7th. And Eric rounds out the field for heat race number 2 action. And starting on the pole for heat race number 3 here tonight for FASTuary week number 3, we have Dylan Blackburn in the 48 starting on the pole with Hunter Dressler on his outside in the 64. James Stats in the 15 machine is going to be inside row number 2 with Ian Lindo on his outside in the 8 machine. And that's Vise in the 16 machine. I don't want to butcher your first name there. And Lane Riley on his outside in the 7. Cade Richards in the 17 machine is going to be inside row number 4 with Kevin Cooper on his outside in the 10. And rounding out the field for heat race number 3 action is going to be Kurt Conklin. I'm sorry if I butcher your last name there, in the 27. It looks like James Stats and Vice did not make the call for heat race number 3 action, as we do only have 7 drivers out here on the field. I hope if I take that starting grid off the screen for you. As the field just received the rolled up green flag, we're set to go back underway under green flag conditions next time around. This is for heat race number 3 here with your week 3 of FASTuary with 2 Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions. the 48 of Dylan Blackburn with the 67 or 64 of Hunter Dressler are going to lead the field in turn number 3. The 48 is going to hit that loud pedal here and get us underway for heat race number 3. The 17 of Cade Richards, he's going to get a good jump there as he's moved up into your second position, and follow along with Dylan Blackburn. The 55 of Lindell is going to try to get that bottom side going. The 64 of Hunter Dressler, he's going to get that outside going through 3 and 4 as they come off turn 4 for the first lap here. Slight contact, there's going to be contact there with the 64 and the 17, as the 17 is going to go around as they go in turn number 1. We were watching that, we were going to go take another look at that as we see the 17 machine working the bottom side there in 3 and 4. Comes up to the top side in 1 and 2 and let up just a little bit more than what the 64 was wanting, and that's sending him around there and brings out the first caution of heat race number 3. And we have Dylan Blackburn out in front, Lindell in second in that 55 machine, the 68 of Riley, the 10 of Cooper, and the 27 of Kurt, as Kurt has moved up 5 spots, sitting in the 4th position right now. And they just received the 1 to green. We're going to go back to green flag racing next time around. The field is going to have the 48 of Dylan Blackburn out front with the 55 of Lindell on his outside. And the 48 of Dylan Blackburn is going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway. And right behind him is going to be Lindell on the outside in that 55, and Riley in that 68 is one that's working that bottom side as he's moved up into your second position. As they're working through 3 and 4, we're going to be side by side for position number 2. The 68 is working the bottom side, the 55 is up top as they work down the front straightaway into turn number 1. The 68 is right there, giving room to the 55 as well as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. We're still going to be side by side for position number 2 as they work their way up to turn 4, getting the cross flags as we're halfway through with heat race number 3 action. Now the 68 is going to try to get the outside going. Kevin Cooper's going to get that bottom side going and try to make that pass on the 68. We're going to go back up to the front as the 55 of Lindell is trying anything to make that pass on Dylan Blackburn as they work their way down the front straightaway into turn number 1. The 55 is going to look down low, make contact with the 48 going into turn number 1. As they come off turn 2, the 48 is going to get a better hole shot and maintain the lead. The 55 of Lindell goes in there and dumps the leader, and the 68 is going to be right there as well. And we're going to have a little bit of extracurricular activities here as we go take another look at what happened there from a different angle. I see the 48 and the 55 make contact right there, 1 and 2, work their way down the back straightaway. The 48's going bottom side, and the 55 just drives straight in there and hits that left rear quarter panel and spins them around. Then right here is the extracurricular activities of driving over the top of that driver's nose. The driver that escaped everything, that's going to be Kevin Cooper in that 10 machine. He's going to take over the lead here with Cade Richards in the 17 right behind him, and followed by Kurt in that 27 machine for your top 300. Dressler is going to be in 4th. And they just received the 1 to green as we're going to be going green next time around again. We're going to have a green-white checkered finish here tonight in heat race number 3. As they go into turn number 3, the pace truck does pull off, and the 10 of Kevin Cooper is going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway. He's going to try to maintain that lead. Cade Richards is going to go to the top side, try to get some momentum, coming off turn number 2. And that's going to be Kurt right behind him in that 27 machine. Here comes the 67 or 64 of Hunter Dressler as they work their way up to turn number 4. We're getting the white flag. We do have some contact, and this is the last lap, and we cannot throw the caution flags, as we do have a battle for third right here on your screen between the 64 and the 27. The 64 is going to work that bottom side, and who's going to take the win here tonight? Then it's going to be Kevin Cooper, followed by Cade Richards, Hunter Dressler in third, Kurt fourth, and Dylan Blackburn in fifth. And there's your winner there. We do have a consolation race here tonight. And starting on the pole is going to be Cody Doyle in the 11 machine. On his outside is going to be the 23 of Brandon Barnes. Kurt in the 27 machine is going to be inside row number 2. On his outside is going to be Chase in the 14 machine. Nolan in the 18 machine is going to be inside row number 3 with Dylan Blackburn on his outside in the 48. Parker McDougall in the 127 is going to be inside row number 4 with Clay Wood on his outside in the 87. Row number 5 has Lindell in the 8 machine on the inside with Shea Miller on his outside in the 95. Zach Edwards in the 22 machine is going to be inside row number 6 with Riley on his outside in the 7. And 7th row, Joshua Parks on the inside in the 35 with Eric Galens on his outside in the 113. The 15 of James Stats on his outside, inside row number 8. Jonathan on the outside there with Vice and Hatch, as we only do have 13 drivers here for your consolation. Everyone will be moving on as everyone's not here. And Cody Doyle in that 11 machine will start the race here and off of turn 4 as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Cody Doyle in that 11 machine is getting ready to hit that loud pedal as the pace truck pulls off. The 11 of Cody Doyle is hitting that loud pedal and getting us underway here for your B main action. He's going to work that bottom side. The 27 of Kurt's trying to get that bottom side going as well. We're going to go 3 wide there, and that's going to be for 4th there, as the 48 machine of Dylan Blackburn is trying to get that middle groove going. He's going to move up into the 4th position. We do have contact between the 48 and the 23 as we do come. Everyone stays straight as we come off turn 2. The 23 machine is going to have contact there with the 14, as the 14 of Chase was right there in the wrong place and going around. We're going to take another look at that there as they work their way. You see all these drivers right here battling for one position on the track and make contact down the back straightaway with 127. Had nowhere to go and spins the 14 machine around. And Cody Doyle in that 11 machine, he's going to be out front right now with the 23 of Brandon Barnes in 2nd still, followed by Kurt in the 27 machine. Dylan Blackburn, he's moved up 2 spots so far. He's sitting 4th. Nolan in the 18 in the 17 machine there, but he's going to be 18 on for your ticker. He's going to be rounding out your top 5. Lindell in the 55 machine, he's going to be sitting 6th. Zach Edwards in the 22 machine will be in 7th. Riley in the 7 machine is going to be 8th. Clay Wood in the 87 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is going to be Shea Miller. As the field works their way down the back straightaway, going into turn number 3, we're set to go underway this time around. As the pace truck does pull off here, the 11 machine of Cody Doyle is going to hold up on the start just a little bit, and Brandon Barnes is going to try to get a good jump. We're going to be 4 wide here as we try to work our way back here. That's going to be the 48 working the outside groove. We do have a yellow flag here. As the 11 and the 48 do make contact there, as we do have the caution flag coming out for that restart with how that restart happened there. And we're going to try it again here. as the field works their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The pace truck should pull off here and wait for that 11 car fire, and he's going to hit that lap pedal and get us back underway, as that's a better start there. The race control should like that one, as the 11 machine of Cody Doyle is going to lead the field through 1 and 2, as Kurt in that 27 machine is trying to get that bottom side going, trying to make the pass for second on the 23 of Brandon Barnes as they work their way through 3 and 4. The 23 machine of Brandon Barnes trying to get the outside going. The 11 machine goes down low in turn number 1. We're going to be 4 wide for position number 2. That's going to be the 17, 27, 48, and 23. The 23 makes contact with the outside wall. And now Dylan Blackburn is trying to get that middle to top groove going through 3 and 4 as we do reach the halfway point here in your B main. We're 3 wide here for position number 2 with Kurt working bottom side and the 48 on the outside. The 17 is working down low. We do have a caution flag that's going to come out here. We're going to watch Clay Wood here in the 87 machine as he comes down there in 3 and 4, coming off of turn 4, hits the outside wall, and that's what brought out the caution flag. And it's going to be Cody Doyle still, Kurt in the 27 machine, the 48 of Dylan Blackburn, Nolan in the 17 machine there, the 55 of Lindell. The 68 of Riley, the 127 of Parker McDougal in 7th. Brandon Barnes in that 23 machine, he's moved back to the 8th position. Shea Miller 9th and Chase 10th as we do come into turn number 3. The 11 of Cody Doyle's getting ready to hit that loud pedal. He's going to hit it and get it back underway in your B main event here. Dylan Blackburn's going to get a good jump. He's trying to get that bottom side going through 1 and 2, getting off 2. The 11 machine bobbles. Here comes the 48 of Dylan Blackburn as he's going to look on the inside going into turn number 3. The 11 of Cody Doyle is pushing up high, and we do have a new leader coming off of turn number 4. That's going to be Dylan Blackburn in the 48 machine. Here comes the 55. And Lindell trying to make that pass as well. He's moved up into your 3rd position. The 11 of Cody Doyle, he's not letting up yet as the 55 is going to be right there, try to slide up and shut the door as the 55 of Lindell is going to move up into your 2nd position. There's a little beef there in the heat race between the 48 and the 55. Let's see if it does not carry over, hopefully. As we do go into turn number 3, as we work our way up to turn 4, it's Dylan Blackburn and Lindell in 1 and 2. And we do have a little contact there between Lindell and Blackburn. Once again, we're going to try to keep eyes right here as we watch on with the 55 of Lindell as the 48 of Blackburn works that bottom side. We do have someone pushing up there on the bottom as the 55 turns the car a little bit better there in turn 1. The 48 of Dylan Blackburn is going to maintain the lead as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The 48 is going to push up just a little bit, working their way off of turn 4, getting the white flag with 1 lap remaining here in your B main. As the 48 is working that middle groove, the 55 is going to be right there. This is battle for the lead on your screen as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3 as they work their way off turn 4, getting the checkered flag with Dylan Blackburn taking the win here in your B main, followed by Lindell in the 55 and Riley in the 68 will round out your top 3. Again, all these drivers that made this B main will end up going to your A main, as we did not have 5 drivers show up for that B main event. And listening to race control right now, we do have about a 2-minute break for this warm-up session, and after that 2-minute break of the warm-up session, we will be going straight into your main event, which is going to be 40 laps here tonight at Lanier. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic, get me a bottle of water, and get ready for tonight's 40 laps. Be right back.
Strap it, fire it up. It's time to light the fuse.
Time to let it go. Right rear racing, we're bringing the heat. Burning rubber and lights, got you up on your seat. Life live on the track or the digital stream. We don't chase views, we chase dreams. From the dirt to the asphalt, throttle stays wide. Every lap we broadcast, it's a hell of a ride. Yeah, Facebook Live and that YouTube screen. Tune in now, it's a high octane scene. Tires spinning, fans grinning.
And these drivers just received the checkered flag here for your warm-up session as we do go into your 40-lap main event. Again, all the drivers that ran in your B main will be moving on as well, as we only have 16 drivers, I believe, here tonight. And starting on your pole is going to be the number 97 of Tyler Lacey. On his outside is going to be Colby in the 714. Row number 2 has the 10 of Kevin Cooper on the inside with Carson Cherry and the 226 on the outside. Row number 3 has Bradley Boyer in the 93 with Cade Richards on his outside in the 17. Row number 4 has Jack Saraton in the 1 machine on the inside with Jamie on his outside in the 25. Row number 5 has Hunter Dressler in the 64 on the inside with Dylan Blackburn on the outside in his 48 machine. Glenn Dale in the 55 machine is going to be inside row number 6 with Riley on his outside in the 7 machine. Row number 7 has Parker McDougall in the 127 on the inside with Nolan on his outside in the 18. The 95 of Shea Miller is going to be inside row number 8 with Kurt on his outside in the 27. Row 9 has Zach Edwards in the 22 machine on the inside with Cody Doyle on his outside in the 11. Row 10 has Clay Wood in the 87 machine on the inside with Chase on the outside in the 14. Brandon Barnes in the 23 machine will be inside row number 11 with Eric on his outside in the 113. Joshua Parks in the 35 on row 12 there, as I was listening to race control, got confused, and James Stats rounds out your field. As the field comes down the front straightaway, receiving the rolled up green flag, we're set to go underway next time around. Again, we have 40 laps here tonight for your main event. And the 97 of Tyler Lacey is going to hit that lap pedal and get us underway for your main event here for week number 3. The 10 machine of Kevin Cooper is trying to work that bottom side as they work through 1 and 2. We do have a yellow flag coming out. We're going to go right along with the 55. Or, sorry, the 68 of Riley, as you see the contact on that start there. And ended up hitting that toe button. And we should have an original restart, as we did not complete a lap that was happened on the start there. Again, we're going to be live tomorrow for your Micro Sprint Hub racing action at Current Speedway with the non-wing Outlaw Micros. And the drivers just received the rolled up green flag once again. Again, the 97 of Tyler Lacey and the 714 of Kobe will get us started here for your main event action. As they work their way off turn 2 down the back straightaway, the field is stacked up, ready to go. Race control likes it as we're set to go green this time around. Going to turn number 3, the 97 of Tyler Lacey is going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway. He's going to get a better jump here. Here comes the 226 of Carson Cherry trying to get the outside going as they go through 1 and 2. The 97 is on the outside, working his way down the back straightaway. The 714, that's going to be Kobe in that 714, working that bottom side through 3 and 4. As they work their way up to 4, we're side by side. This is battle for the lead early on in the race between the 97 and the 714. As they're side by side working their way down the back straightaway, the 714 of Kobe has a slight advantage going into turn number 3. And we're going to have another caution flag here. I believe that's Parker McDougall in that 127 machine. Going up high, the 22 throws a slide job and hits that left front wheel, and right rear to a left front does not add up to be good things there. and we're set to go back green next time around as Tyler Lacey in that 97 machine did lead the field to the last green flag last green flag lap with the 714 of Kobe on his outside. As I believe we do have 3 laps down in the books as the 97 can hit that lap at any point. He hits it right here, and we're back underway as the 97 is going to get a good jump. The 714 is going to be right there. The 10 is going to be on the inside of Carson Cherry. That's going to be a battle for second between the 10 and the 226. 226 is going to be up high. Here comes the 17 of Cade Richards. He's going to want to be in there as they work their way through 3 and 4. Go back up to the front as the 714 is trying to work that bottom side. We're going to be side by side for the lead as they work their way up turn 2. The 714 is getting a whole shot there off of turn 2 down the back straightaway, going in turn number 3. Give the lead to Colby and the 714 machine as 97 is not letting up yet as he's working the top side there down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Kevin Cooper is working that bottom side of that 10 machine. He's going to get a good run. Here comes Carson Cherry in that 226 with the 17 of Cade Richards working the outside groove as Tyler Lacey's up there as well. Is running second as he's trying to reel in the 714 once again. Now Tyler Lacey's going down low, down in 1 and 2. Trying to reel in your leader of Kobe in that 714. Cade Richards, he's running the outside groove through 3 and 4, trying to get a good run. He's going to make contact with Carson Cherry going to turn number 1. Carson Cherry is not going to maintain it there and hit the inside wall. And we do have a caution flag coming as we go take another look at that right there. As we follow along with Carson Cherry there, he slides up there right in front of the 17 machine. 17 machine had nowhere to go and spins Carson Cherry out. And then 93 comes over there and collects him as well. With 2 cars stopped, the caution flag does come out. And now Colby and that 714 machine will be of Colby will be leading the field to the green as they just received the rolled up green flag. The 97 of Tyler Lacey is going to be on his outside. The 10 machine of Kevin Cooper is going to be on inside row number 2 with the 17 of Cade Richards on his outside. Looks like we do have the 1 machine over the 47 of Jack Seriton coming up there in 5th position as the 714 of Kobe's going to hit that live pedal and get us back underway for your main event action. He's going to work that bottom side through 1 and 2. The 10 machine is going to look on the inside, poke his nose underneath Tyler there. Here comes the 17 of Cade Richards. He's wearing on the outside there in 3 and 4. He's trying to get something up there as he's coming off turn 4, trying to get some momentum built. We do have contact between the 10 and the 97. That's going to bring out a caution. We're going to take another look at that one right there. As that was Tyler Lacey that went around there. You can see the contact right there between the 10 and that brought out the caution. Tough luck for Tyler Lacey as he, I believe he was taken out last week as well up there in the front early in the race. And now it's going to be the 714 of Colby. Colby in the 714 is going to be leading the field, followed by Kevin Cooper in the 10 machine. As race control is trying to get everyone lined out right here. As Tyler Lacey in that 97 machine should not be up there. He should be back there towards the back. I guess he's going to maintain a spot, but the 10 machine is going to get us back, follow along with the 714 of Colby as they work their way through 1 and 2. The 10 machine's working the bottom side. Here comes the 17 of Cade Richards. He's trying to get that outside groove going and make that pass for third. He's going to hit the outside wall as they work their way through 3 and 4. They're coming off the turn forward, but that 17 machine is going to have momentum, and we're going to have a battle here for third as the 17 machine. We do have another. We're going to have another caution coming out as the 714 of Kobe is going to be leading the field, followed by Kevin Cooper in the 10. And we're going to go take another look at it. I believe it was the 14 machine of Chase going inside. I believe that's 3 and 4 there, sliding up, contact with the 11, and spun out. And that's what brought out the caution. We got some laps in here, and hopefully we get some more racing action as we stay green. The racing action has been there. The 714 of Colby is going to be leading the field, followed by Kevin Cooper in that 10 machine. Looks like Tyler Lacey, as you see up there on your ticker on the left-hand side, did get a black flag, as he was not supposed to start there, most likely. Cade Richards in that 17 machine in 4th, Lindell in 8th. Saraton's going to be in 6th. Kurt in 7th, Jamie 8th, Nolan 9th, and Hunter Dressel rounds out your top 10. As Jamie in that 25 machine as well, running 8th, got a black flag. I don't know what happened there with that one. And black flags are cleared. And the 714 is going to be leading the field to green this time around as they go into turn number 3. The 714 of Kobe's going to hit that loud pedal and try to get a good jump. The 10 machines holding back just a little bit. The 97 of Tyler Lacey is going to get a good jump. Here comes the 10 machine back on the outside, trying to get something going. The 55, that's going to be Lindell trying to make his way back up there to the front, working on the bottom side. But the 97 of Tyler Lacey is going to be right there. Move up to second. Kevin Cooper's running that bottom groove through 1 and 2 as Tyler Lacey's running the outside. We're going to be 3 wide there momentarily. That's going to be for 4th position. That's the 17, the 47, and the 55 as they work their way through 3 and 4. We're going to be side by side for position number 2. That's going to be the 97 on the outside, 10 on the bottom, the 17 on the outside. That's going to be Cade Richards with Lindell in that 55 running the bottom side as the 17 of Richards trying to get something there once again on the outside of 3 and 4 as he gets the momentum, maintaining his 4th position. We go back up and down to the bottom of the track, following along with Kevin Cooper there in that 10 machine as he's looking down low in turn number 3. He's trying to make that pass on the 97 of Tyler Lacey as they work their way up to turn 4. We're going to be side by side. Give it to Kevin Cooper in that 10 machine as he has a slight advantage down the front straightaway coming off turn 2. The 10 machine has a big shot gun there. Sorry, get a little tongue-tied there as the 97 did bobble. The 55 of Lindell is going to follow suit right behind the 10 and make the pass for 3rd. Here comes Kobe in that 714 machine coming up onto lap traffic. And will lap traffic play a factor? That's going to be a question here tonight with the 10 machine of Kevin Cooper maintaining your 2nd position with Lindell in that 55 right there on his bumper as they work their way through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The 17 machine is trying to throw a slide job on the 97. That's going to be for position number 4 as we work our way down the front straightaway. The 17 of Cade Richards maintaining your 4th position. Here comes Lindell working on the inside. This is battle for 2nd between the 10 and the 55 as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. They're going to be side by side going through 3 and 4, coming off turn 4. Give it to the 10 machine of Kevin Cooper as we are halfway through your main event here tonight as Lindell in that 55 machine made a little bit of contact with Kevin Cooper there in 1 and 2. Going to make the pass. And the 17 machine of Cade Richards, he's not giving up yet on that top side, trying to make that pass on Tyler Lacey as Lacey's going down low, trying to get some momentum here and make that pass on Kevin Cooper. Once again, the 17 of Cade Richards, he's not leaving that top side just yet. We do have a slight contact there between the 10 and the 55 through 3 and 4. Lap traffic will be playing a factor for your 2nd and 3rd place drivers here soon as Kobe is maintaining your lead. We do have side-by-side action for 2nd position as they work their way down back straightaway into turn number 3. The 10 machine's going to push up just a little bit. The 55's right there. They're giving each other room as they go down the front straightaway into turn number 1. They're battling for position right here in front of your 2nd place battle as we work our way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And they ended up wrecking right there in front of your 2nd and 3rd place drivers. As we go take a look at Dylan Blackburn in the 48 machine as he's going up to the top side, down the front straightaway, into to the bottom. The 67 is going to make contact with him right there. And I don't know if that's what brought out the caution or the other one that happened right there in front of your leaders. That's going to be the 18 machine on the outside groove there. Right there in front of the leaders. Or, yeah, right in front of the leaders there. The 714 of Colby is going to maintain the lead. He did not want to see that caution flag coming out. Kevin Cooper in the 10 machine is going to be in second with Lindell in third. And that particular showing them difference as it's going to be Lindell in second and Cooper in third. Tyler Lacey in the 97 machine is going to be in fourth. Shea Miller fifth or sixth with Cade Richards fifth as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Getting the green flag as Kobe's going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway. The 97 machine, or that's the 17 machine, trying to get that bottom side. That's going to be Cade Richards. He's been up top all night. He's finally going down to the bottom, trying to get the bottom side going. We're going to have a battle once again for second between the 55 and the 10 as they work their way through turn number 3 and 4. Coming off 4, it's going to be the 55 maintaining yours. And we do have a caution flag coming out. Just listening to race control, there was a car that was stopped and 102. Once the caution flag flew, they started going once again. With 14 laps remaining here tonight, the 714 of Kobe is out front with Lindo in the 55 machine in second. Kevin Cooper in the 10 machine is going to be in third. The 97 of Tyler Lacey's maintaining the fourth position with Cade Richards in the 17, rounding out your top 5. Jack Saracen has moved up to the 6th position. Shea Miller in the 95 is going to be 7th. Kurt in 8th. Parker McDougal 9th. And Jamie rounds out your top 10. As they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3, we should be going green this time as the 714 is going to hit his loud pedal and get us back underway. As the 55 is going to get a good jump here as well. The 10 machine of Kevin Cooper is trying to get that bottom side going. We do have another caution coming out here. That wasn't on the leaders there. As we go follow along with Hunter Dressler in the back of the field. As everyone's trying to go 3 wide, 4 wide, and make contact there on that restart. Looks like we do have Dylan Blackburn going into the pits. Just probably running the bottom side of the track there, as it's still the 714 of Kobe leading the field. They just received the rolled up green flag. We're set to go back underway next time around. Again, your ticker will fix up there on the top left hand side of your screen as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. As pace truck pulls in, here comes 714 hitting that loud pedal and getting us back underway. The 55 of Lindell is going to be right there. The ticker should fix itself here momentarily. As the ticker's all messed up here, it's going to be 714. We do have another caution flag coming out. It's still the 714 of Kobe leading the field. I don't know why he went back to your 16th position. And it's Kobe, Lindell, and Cooper for your top 3. I guess 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th on the ticker are your leaders. I don't know why everything jumped like that. As Kobe leads the field down the back straightaway, once again the lights are still on. We're not going to go this time. And they just received the rolled up green flag. We're set to go back underway next time around. Again, the ticker on the left hand side of your screen is not showing the correct stuff, as we will take it off until I see that it's actually fixed, as 714 of Kobe is going to lead the field to green once again, and he's going to hit that loud pedal with 55, going to be on his outside. It looks like it fixed a little bit. We're going to have slight contact right there in front of the field, as we are going to have another caution flag coming out. That one there. There's a chain reaction there. Let me take a look at it from Kobe's point. The 10 machine goes in there, hits Lindo. Lindo goes up and hits the leader. And that's what happened there for that caution flag. More or less everyone driving in a little bit harder than what it should have been. Looks like everyone's going to get their spot back with Kobe in the 714. Still up front with a 55 of Lindell on his outside. The 10 of Kevin Cooper is going to be moving to the 4th position with a 97 of Tyler Lacey moving into the 3rd position, as we're set to go back under green this time around. As 714 leads the field into turn number 3. He's going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway. He's going to get good enough here to 55. Everyone goes, so he's right there. The 10's going to be right there behind him. As the 55 is going to make contact with the left rear once again. And we got a huge pilot there. As we still got everyone driving around there. We're going to go take another look at it again, see it from Lindell's perspective. Going into the turn, and it's basically the same thing that happened the last time with the 10 coming in, a little bit hotter than the 55, pushing the 55 up into the leader there. As we're going to try it once again. And Kobe in that 714 machine does have a black flag. I'm sure the whole field will get a black flag on this restart as well, as they're trying to go three wide there. Try to get everything caught up here, as Kobe's going to lead the field once again to the green flag. Going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway, trying to lead the field down the front footer into turn number 1. See if we can clear turn number 1 this time around with the 97 of Tyler Lacey. He's going to be right there. The 17 of Cade Richards. He's moved up into your 3rd spot, and your hard chargers momentarily is going to be this. That's going to be a announcer's curse there, as I was about to talk about that driver right there, as ended up going around. As we watch them there as they work their way down back straight with 127 hits. We have multiple cars going around late in this race. I believe we are under 10 to go here, so it should be a single file restart with Kobe in the 714 machine leading the field with Tyler Lacey and Cade Richards. Looks like Nolan in the 18 machine, or I guess the 68 machine there, or 17 machine on the He's number 18 on my ticker. 17 machine there. He's going to come back up into your 4th position. As everyone's battling it out right there, trying to push each other around for their respective starting spots. And the 714 of Kobe's going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway. Again, we are single file restarts here from here on out. The 97 of Tyler Lace is trying to work that bottom side. Cade Richards working the outside as they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Can Cade Richards find anything up there on the outside to make that pass on Tyler Lacey and maintain the 3rd position from Riley? And that's, or I'm sorry, that's going to be Nolan in the 17 machine there. As Cade Richards is going to get a good run there off or off turn 2. As it does have Kobe going to the back of the field here on the ticker, and I believe Kobe's still leading the field, maybe getting disqualified as he did not serve his black flag. And it's going to be Tyler Lacey leading the race right now on the ticker, as Cade Richards is trying to get the outside groove going once again through 3 and 4 here in your closing laps. Thanks again for liking the stream, as we do get a caution flag coming out. And it does have Kobe going all the way back to your 15th position. As we go far along with Lindell on that 55 machine, as he goes to the top side in 1 and 2, makes the 10 machine, tries to throw a haymaker and just sends him for a loop, and other drivers collect him there, and that's going to bring out the last, or hopefully the last caution. The 10 machine of Kevin Cooper has been disqualified here tonight, as that was his 2nd caution flag. I'm a little bit confused over here, as the ticker showing Tyler Lacey out front and Cade Richards 2nd and Nolan in 3rd, as Kobe's still sitting 13th on the leaderboard. The 55 of Lindell, he is part of that wreck there, as he's in the 14th position. As they're going to hit that loud pedal, Tyler Lacey's going to hit the up front. As now it's going to fix there, as it's going to throw Kobe up there back to the front. Tyler Lacey in 2nd. And the 17 machine is going to come in there hot and spin out Tyler Lacey. As these drivers are trying to figure out where they need to line up, even though they are being told in their ear by their crew chief on the iRacing simulator of where to go for lining up. As you see, these 3 drivers up here in front are still trying to push each other around on where they want to start at. The 714 of Kobe is out front still. I don't know how he's up there. The 17, that's going to be the 18 on my ticker here. That's going to be in 2nd. And they're not going to be lined up good, but we're going to go ahead and go green, as it's going to be the 714 of Kobe leading the field to the green. As everything's going to change here. Everything's all out of whack, as these drivers do not want to listen to race control here tonight, as it's going to be Colby leading the field through 3 and 4, the 17 machine. That's going to be Nolan leading the field, as everything's going to fix here. We do have another caution coming up. That's going to be Brandon Barnes in the 23 machine, as he's working his way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Slides up and hits Clay Wood and spins himself out right in front of the 17 machine. And that's what brought out the caution. We should have a green-white checker finish here tonight, as Tyler Lacey does have the black flag, as he did not line up where he should be. And it's going to be Nolan in the 18 machine, or 17 machine there, moving up 13 positions, taking over the lead here with your green-white checker finish. Riley in that 68 machine is going to be moving up 10 spots so far. And the 97 of Tyler Lacey, he's going to just got the black flag cleared there, as he's going to be in your third position. And the 714 of Kobe is going to go back up to the front, but the 17 right there is trying to get his spot back. As that's throwing it all out of whack, the 68, you're going to get a good jump, and that's going to be Riley in that 68 machine trying to work that bottom side in 1 and 2. Coming off turn 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. As they work their way up to turn number 4. We're going to be getting the white flag here tonight for your main event, as the 714 of Kobe's going to leave the field through 1 and 2. The 68 of Riley's going to be right there as we work into turn number 3 for the last time here tonight. The 714 of Kobe is going to take the win, followed by the 68 of Riley and the 17 of Nolan. Again, this is all unofficial results. These drivers are running for 15, 10, and 5. As we do have slight contact there after the feature is over with. We're going to show you your results here, as Nolan, I don't think, is happy with those results, as we do have a huge pileup here on the front straightaway. And the race is over with. We do have Nolan in the 18 machine taking the win. Dylan Blackburn in the 48 will finish second. Tyler Lacey in the 97 in third. Riley in the 7 machine is going to finish fourth. Carson Cherry in the 226 fifth. Parker McDougall in the 127 sixth. The 27 machine of Kurt in 7th. Clay Wood 8th. Jack Saratan 9th. Lindell rounds out your top 10. Cade Richards in 11th. Kobe in the 714 is going to finish 12th, as he got caught up in those cautions there and did not go back to his starting position. As in 13th was Brandon Barnes, Cody Doyle 14th, Jamie rounds out the top 15, Shea Miller in 16th, Eric 17th, Chase in 18th. 19th we had Bradley Boyer, Zach Edwards, Kevin Cooper, and Hunter Dressler, as those last 2 drivers there, Joshua Parks and James Stats, did not make the start. And we're going to go off of what was again, this is all unofficial results here. As I'm showing that Kobe and Riley both had black flags. I don't know if they're how they're going to do that one. And bear with me 1 second here. And we're going to hear from Dylan Blackburn. And Dylan, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, that was a hectic race there, especially towards the end, where everyone's trying to battle it out there, and it seemed like some drivers didn't know where the throttle control was. What happened for you to end up moving through the field and making your way up here to your second position?
It started off lap 1 before we even got to the flag stand. I kind of stuck my nose where it shouldn't be, trying to get to the front, caused a wreck, went to the back, all up to it. I was being aggressive. Then it was just crazy from there, man. Wrecks after wrecks. I kept getting the bad end of it every single time. Got drove through by the same people that I do get drove through every week again this week. Sucks to deal with, but took my time with some motivational words from the second fat guy, Carson Jerry. Got my way back up to the front right there at the end where I'm pretty sure what's his name? Colby was supposed to go to the back because he was in a wreck and just chose not to. But and then he's complaining that he has a black flag. And a bunch of people jump starts, didn't get their blacks cleared finally. I don't really know why he was clearing blacks in the first place, but that was just one of the most insane races I've ever been a part of.
And at the end of the night, though, you did come home second, as Colby and Riley, they both got black flags, moved you up to your second position. Congratulations on finishing second here for week number 3 of FASTuary. Do you have any friends, family, or sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
First of all, Mitch Maynard, Carson Cherry for Two Fat Guys Promotions. These races are always super awesome to run. Always have a lot of fun running them. Want to give a big shout out to John Darby, everyone at Majula Say Speed Shop for hooking me up for these events. Um, Cushy Pushy Media, Mr. Smooth Race Wraps, Jaden Sarton. I don't know why, but Jaden Sarton and my dad.
And congratulations on finishing in second once again. Make sure I'm saying that right because everything's all out of whack. Yes, taking home second here tonight. And hopefully you finish out strong next week to close out this FASTuary series.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, sir. You have a good night.
You too.
And there you have it, Dylan Blackburn. And next up, we're going to hear from Tyler Lacey. And Tyler, do you got a copy?
Yep.
Man, that was a hectic battle there. You were up there in the front majority of the race. How was the track condition for you up there, and where was the stronger groove at?
The track was pretty great, man. It was actually really racy. I feel like it was pretty competitive if you can get a good run on the top. But if you got a good run on the bottom, I don't think the top could compete because it was so fast on the bottom still. But it was a pretty good track tonight.
And you brought it up that if you got a good run on the bottom, it seemed like 1 and 2. If you ran that bottom just right, you skyrocketed out of turn 2, better than the guys that were running the top there in 1 and 2.
Yeah, yeah. I chose to go on a lower gear than a lot of my buddies, but Colby, he's on my team and he went with a higher gear than me. But I think I should have stuck with a higher gear because it was killing me off the corner. But once you got the momentum up in the lower gear that I was running, it was still pretty good. But you had to hit your marks just right, and it's really competitive. It's hard. It's kind of hard to do that when you're all racing side by side for top 3. You know.
Yes, sir. And y'all were all right there as well, trying to throw haymakers on each other and avoid everybody. And I know that at one point we did have lap traffic coming up there right in front of y'all that were battling out for position. How was that whenever you're trying to make it pass as well?
Oh, it's you got to just when it comes to lap traffic, man, you just got to be patient because you don't never know where them guys are gonna go. You know, a lot of them guys that are running up the top 3s and top 5s and stuff, you can kind of watch them and they're consistent. You know where they're gonna go, but the lap cars, you just got to be patient with them and then find the right time to go under them or go around them on the top.
And you did come home with a third place finish here tonight. Once again, congratulations. And do you have any friends, family, or sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank Dirt Gangster Apparel. I would like to thank Ameriflex, Diamond Diesel Repair LLC, High Gear Designs, Abundant Solutions, and then all the boys over at TCM. We've been working on our sets, and they're getting better and better and better.
And hopefully we hear back from you again next week as well as we do wrap up the series here with your FASTuary series with two fat guys sim racing promotions.
Perfect.
And thanks, sir. You have a good night, man.
You too.
And there you have it of Tyler Lacey, who came home in 3rd position here tonight. Hang on 1 second here. As we don't have Nolan here, who was your winner tonight. Again, Kobe and Riley both got black flagged and lost their positions there at the end of the race. And with that being said, won't be giving the interviews to your winner here tonight. Thanks for joining in here on Right Rear Racing. We'll catch you next time. Again, we do go live tomorrow night for your Micro Sprint Hub iRacing League at Kern, as those drivers are going to be taking on the non-wing outlaw micros. Again, you can catch all that action right here on Right Rear Racing. Thanks for joining in here tonight on your Monday night, and we will catch you next time.
Checkered flag flying, it's the end of the show. From dirt to the blacktop, we let it all go. Burning rubber, slamming gears, making hearts race. If you miss the heat, catch the highlight, press play. Right rear, racing lights out, that's a wrap. From the front, straight to the back, we attacked every lap. Don't blink, don't sleep, we'll be back in your feed. With the throttle wide open and a need for speed. The drama, the thrill, the slide jobs and spins. Legends born in the booth and on tracks we win. Facebook, YouTube, hit subscribe and stay loud. We ain't slowing down, just saving it for the next round. Broadcast signed off, but the fire still burns. Catch us next time, where the story continues at full send. Joe, right rear racing, we out.